Hi, so my name is Carmela. I am the owner of Design Lovingly, and I just wanted to show you some tips on your Meet the Teacher template for how to edit the text, and then also how to move stuff around or delete stuff, and then how to add your photo. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the easy stuff. Meet the Teacher is part of the background. You cannot change it. For your name, you're just going to triple click here so that it's highlighted. And then just go ahead and type in your name. And there you go. It'll automatically center because I already set it to center it. So that takes care of that. If you want to change anything here, like this. So it's supposed to be curved text. It's not working. Oh yeah, it is working. So if you want to move it, you just click it up a little bit. All right. If you want to change the radius, you can make it more curvy by sliding to the left. You can make it less curvy by sliding to the right. Okay. You could do the same thing for these if you want to. Let's pretend that you don't want the Class Dojo icon. Go ahead and just click it and click backspace on your keyboard. Click this to get rid of it and click backspace on your keyboard. Otherwise, you're going to double click and just type in your email address, type in your phone number with your extension, whatever you want. So that's how you're basically going to change the text. You can also highlight this text by selecting it and then move it around so it's more centered since you got rid of the Class Dojo one. Now we're going to talk about adding your photo. That's the most complicated part, but it's not really necessarily that complicated. You're going to need to go into this palette right here called your Layers palette. So go ahead and click your Layers palette, and then you're going to want this one, Place Photo Above. Go ahead and click on Elements, or actually Photos. And then maybe it's Elements. So this one is where you would upload your photo from. You're going to go ahead and click Upload, and then you're going to find your photo and then just click Open, and then it will upload. I already have some in here, so I'm just going to use some random ones. So I'm going to choose this one, and I'm just going to drag the photo in, and that's clearly too big. So I'm just going to go ahead and resize it. And what I'm basically trying to do is make it so that I'm going to choose this head right here. So I'm basically trying to choose something that will fit within this circle and it won't look too big or it won't look too small. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here. And you see how you can see the outline of the top portion, the border. So you can go ahead and move this so that it fits inside the border. And then I'm going to see this little eye. I'm going to hide that border. And then I'm going to click on the picture, and then I'm going to right click. When I right click, it will say Create Clipping Mask. And because I've already got the circle exactly where I want it here, it's going to turn this photo into a circle. So go ahead and click Create Clipping Mask, and you see how it automatically turns into a circle the exact way that I wanted to. If you did not like it, like see how his head is right there, maybe I don't really want that, you can right click and say Release Clipping Mask, and then you can move it around to get it the size you want. I'm going to go ahead and show this again. And then maybe I'm going to make it a little bigger so it hides him. And now I'm going to go ahead and create Clipping Mask. And there you go. There's your photo ready to go. All right. So that's basically how you edit this. I think that's it. So then when you're done, you're going to go ahead and you can click Print, or you can click Download. And then you get to choose, do you want it as a PDF? That's actually best for printing. Do you want it as a JPEG? That's usually to send to professional printers. They might want a JPEG. A ping, I don't really know why you would want that, but I guess it's an option. So I would just choose download it as a PDF. I don't need to send it by email. I don't need to show any bleed or trim marks. I'm not trying to save paper. I would just download it. So it's going to create the PDF, and then it's going to ask you where you want to save it. You would find the folder you want to save it in, and then you would just click save. I'm going to cancel because I'm not saving it. So this is basically how to edit your Meet the Teacher template. I hope you enjoy it. I hope that it brings you a lot of joy, and I hope it blesses your parents. So thank you very much for your purchase, and I hope you have a wonderful time using it. It's me again. I forgot to talk about fonts. So if you don't like the fonts I chose, it's very easy to change them. Go ahead and you just click on it, and you see here how there's the font selection and there's the color. You can just click this down arrow and a whole window pops up, and you can change the whole look by just choosing any of these fonts. You can see you have a whole bunch to choose from. There's a couple that I have uploaded in the past that you might like, but there's a whole bunch that just come with the template platform. So you could just choose what you want. So for example, if you wanted, I like Amatic, so you could change this into Amatic and just change the size and then move it so it's centered. If you want to space it a little bit, I kind of tend to like it a little bit spaced out. You would choose this, and then you could space it out however much you want. Same thing if you want to change the font here, excuse me. Maybe we want it also Amatic. So I'm going to go ahead and look up Amatic. And let's maybe make it 26. And let's go ahead and space it out a little bit. And let's go ahead and move the curve up a bit. There you go. So you would do the same thing here, or actually you could also just delete this text box by hitting backspace on your keyboard, and then you can duplicate this one so you don't have to redo the font every time. So you can click on this one and you see this little plus sign that will duplicate it for you, and then you just move it down here and click it, and then you can change the text. And it should automatically curve it. See how it curves it when you're done? And the same thing here. If you don't want this one, you can just delete it. And then you can duplicate this one. Bring it down here. Try to center it. And same thing, it will curve it for you. So same thing, however you want to do it, you can do that. So I just wanted to talk about that. You can also change the color. So if you wanted, for example, this to maybe be gray instead of black, you could just choose this color and it would automatically turn to gray. Okay, same thing for this one. Or you could even do like maybe a green. Let's try a green. This one, maybe something a little darker. And then I can click this one, and it'll do recently used or right here, so I can just keep them all the same color. It's really easy. Or you could also just format one that you want and then copy and paste like we did the other ones. So that's how you would adjust the font, colors, the style, that kind of a thing. If you wanted this to be green, same thing. You would click it, and then you would look at see how it says history here. So this is the font the color that I used for these three. So just to keep it consistent, I'm going to make that one green. So you can play around any way that you want. So I just wanted to let you know there's a lot of options in terms of the fonts that you use, and the font will give it a different look too if you're looking for that.